Hi, my name is Michelle Newyar, and I'm a motivational speaker, consultant, and coach. In addition to speaking at conferences and large events, I consult with organizations on longer-term training projects. I love both the immediate results of a conference and the longer-term success we can create working together over a longer time period. In the past decades, I've helped clients with their strategic planning processes, their leadership development programs, and my favorite thing to do is to engage with a client on a culture shift campaign. In the past year, it's been the #1 thing I've been hired to do. I believe organizations are realizing how important it is to tackle the process of culture shift. Culture is so important, and I believe as we continue to see how much it impacts the bottom line, we will be more engaged to do something about it. If employees are not happy, they don't stay. If they're overworked and underappreciated, they underperform. Culture is killing our economy. The good news is it can be changed. It's not an easy process or a quick fix, but it is possible. And when it happens, it's magic, pure magic.
So some of the things that I want to leave you with today are my toolbox for engagement. The first one is focusing on what is right. If we ask what's working first, if an employee comes in to complain to you and you first say, okay, tell me one thing that's right about our workplace or about your job. What you're doing is you're gathering data so that you can be the cheerleader, so that you can know them more, so that you can give them good feedback that really is real time. How many of you sometimes feel like, applauding or affirming or recognizing employees gets real old? This is a simple way to kind of make that happen without any initiative. The next thing is to take some technology diets. What if you came into your next meeting and grabbed your phone, I don't have one, and said, all right, you see these? Everybody pick them up. Let's go put them out in the hallway, and you all walked them out into the hallway, and you said, okay, now we're going to have a meeting. Would that change the level of engagement in your meetings? Yes, it would change the level of engagement in our life. If when we walked into our home at the end of the day, and those people who we say are the most important in our life, if we left our phone in the car for the first hour that we were home, would it make a difference in our relationships? You betcha. Next one, stand-up meetings. Everybody stand up. So what if you came into your next meeting and everybody's technology was there and you said, okay, we're going to have a meeting, but you didn't let anybody sit down? What would happen? Be a quick meeting. And we're moving a little bit. We're not sitting on our bums. So I encourage you to try that. You can sit down. Give me 3. When I hear an employee complaining or a student complaining, I ask them for 3 suggestions to make it better. And that way I'm giving you back the responsibility. Give me 3 ideas. What that does is that increases the level of creativity and innovation in the organization, and it becomes a habit. Anything we do repeatedly becomes a habit. And part of that is we start to develop this culture where, okay, yep, I know I'm going to have to give her 3 positives or 3 solutions. This isn't that big of a deal. I'm just going to not do it. But when they do come to you with something, you're going to get some good information. Once I have had an employee come to me and I've challenged them to give me 3 solutions or 3 positives about this workplace or their job or this project, I challenge them to go ask somebody else in the organization for 3 ideas or 3 positives. And so what I'm doing, and it's simple, it doesn't have to be a strategy, it doesn't have to be a, here's our new rewards and recognition program. It's, I just challenge each person I talk to go out and do the same with somebody else and report back to me. Because what I find in organizations is it's hard to sometimes engage and continue to be the cheerleader because all we're hearing is the crud. You guys agree with that? We don't hear the good stuff, so we've got to be purposeful about going out there and getting the good stuff. Smile hours. I worked for Kirby Company when I was like 15. They are crazy. Talk about engagement. They sing songs about Kirby's. They would ring bells and have cheers, and they had these smile hours where if you were on the phone calling, you literally had to have a mirror there and smile for the hours that you were dialing. What if we did some kind of campaign where we just encouraged people to smile? Do it. Some of you are grinning, some of you are frowning. Like, just take a minute and smile. It changes the way that we feel. And then finally, to plan surprises. We know that anything an employee is given over and over and over again becomes a what? Expectation becomes a benefit. Now when I tell a new employee, well, every Friday they do this. Well, what if I put in my calendar twice a month to plan a surprise or encourage our executive staff to plan a surprise, to do something outside of the box? It can be little. And so I challenge you as you leave here today to think about one thing. Could be something you disagreed with me on, could be something somebody said next to you, could be something you heard. But I challenge you to go out that door and today do one thing to increase the level of engagement wherever you're at. And thank you again for having me here.
When our people are happy and engaged, when we are happy and engaged, our customers will come back to us because they love to be with us, not because some Facebook campaign encouraged them to do so. Culture shift is a choice. It starts at the top of an organization and gathers momentum over time. It requires a purposeful, authentic campaign. And it's usually a process that takes a couple years. The process should be intentional and fun. It will be hard, but it will be so worth it. Are you ready to do this? Is your organization ready to take on a culture shift? If so, I'll send you a free gift. Shoot me an email at michelle@michellenewyahr.com and I will send you the Culture Shift Campaign Kit to get you started. My goal is to help you engage your people and to build an inspired workplace where people come to work because they want to, not because they have to.